Minister, as you're aware, different peace programmes and the Interreg programme have been extremely beneficial for communities right across the border region, north and south. Not alone have they been beneficial, but they've absolutely been essential. They've brought economic, social and community development benefits, and many of these areas still need that particular type of investment. And I sincerely hope that it will be possible to have the new scheme rolled out as soon as possible, because many communities that I'm working with, and with statutory agencies as well, are preparing plans to draw down funding for very worthwhile programmes. Thank you, Alaskan Corda.
Thank you very much, Deputy Smith, and I want to thank you for the consistent personal interest that you have taken in the Peace Plus programme, which I know is so important to the border counties and indeed to Northern Ireland. And I am pleased that this new cross-border programme is now at its final stage of development as a successor to the EU's Interreg and Peace programmes, with an unprecedented funding allocation of some €1.1 billion. Peace Plus will support shared peace and prosperity across Northern Ireland and the border counties of Ireland over the remainder of this decade. The draft Peace Plus programme has been developed by the special EU programmes body, working closely with my department and with the Department of Finance in Northern Ireland, and has been approved by Government, by the Northern Ireland Executive and by the North-South Ministerial Council. The draft programme was formally approved and adopted by the European Commission in July of this year. The final required element of programme development is the completion of a financing agreement between the EU, UK and Ireland in order to formalise respective financial contributions to the new programme. By way of context, this had not been a requirement for previous iterations of the Interreg and Peace programmes, as the UK was then an EU member state. Work on this draft agreement is now well advanced. Engagement is ongoing between the three parties in order to finalise the text of the draft agreement over the coming weeks. The agreement will then have to be ratified by the three parties, and it is currently anticipated that this process will be completed in time for the first calls for funding applications under Peace Plus to issue during Q1 of next year. I must also commend the programme of pre-development support for Peace Plus, which is being delivered at present by the SEU PB, which is ensuring that potential applicants can deliver high-quality applications once funding calls open.
Thank you, Alaskan Corda. Minister, I want to thank you for your answer tonight, and also to commend you on your work. I know you have been driving this particular programme forward, and I want to thank you as well for engaging with me so often on this particular new exciting peace programme that will deliver €1.1 billion in investment right across this island, particularly in the border counties, north and south. And I know some of the suggestions that I brought to you, working along with special EU programmes body and with statutory agencies and community groups in my own constituency, that you have provided for those type of issues that we were hoping would be addressed. Minister, I welcome the fact that you said the EU have approved the draft programme, that within a number of weeks, hopefully, it would be possible to put the final stamp of approval on it. And Minister, can you give us an assurance that the preparatory work that statutory agencies and community groups have been engaged in, that work will be allowed to continue, so that no time is lost while we await the final final approval in a few weeks' time?
Thanks, Deputy, and I think that is a crucial point, because there is a lot of human capital, a great deal of experience and expertise within the system at the moment, within the SEUPB, within the local authorities, and we really need to protect and indeed to harness that. And I did have an opportunity earlier this year on 2 occasions to visit Northern Ireland, to visit different projects that receive funding under Interreg 5A and indeed Peace 4. I visited Belfast in March and visited Derry in June, where I saw up close the transport hub at Waterside Shared Village project also. And I know that there are so many exciting projects in the border counties, in Cavan, Monaghan, the constituency you represent, that will benefit from the programme which has now been agreed. So really the final piece of the jigsaw is the financing agreement. I want to assure you that the pre-application support work is continuing, and I look forward to final approval of the financing agreement and then a formal launch of this new programme whereby it can open up for applications.